Right now, lawmakers are reviewing a bipartisan House bill that could ban TikTok across the nation. The House Energy and Commerce Committee is holding a hearing on legislation that would require the popular video sharing app to separate itself from its Chinese-based owner, ByteDance, or risk being prohibited from app stores in the U.S.
In 2024, the United States found itself at a crossroads, grappling with the intersection of technology, national security, and freedom of expression. At the heart of this debate was TikTok, a social media platform that had captured the attention of millions worldwide. Amid growing concerns over data privacy and the platform's Chinese ownership, lawmakers proposed the TikTok bill, a sweeping piece of legislation aimed at regulating the app's operations within U.S. borders. As the nation awaited a decision, tensions ran high, sparking a national conversation about the power of social media and the role of government in safeguarding its citizens. Join us as we delve deep into the complexities of the 2024 TikTok bill, exploring its implications on free speech, cybersecurity, and the future of digital innovation. From Silicon Valley to Capitol Hill, we'll uncover the forces shaping one of the most significant debates of our time. Ever since 2022, the situation surrounding a potential ban on TikTok in the United States has been quite dynamic. In 2020, the Trump administration expressed national security concerns over TikTok due to its Chinese ownership by ByteDance. They argued that the app could potentially be used to collect data on U.S. citizens and pose a national security threat. In August 2020, President Trump issued an executive order to ban transactions with ByteDance, effectively requiring TikTok to be sold to a U.S. company. This was part of a broader crackdown on Chinese-owned apps and technology companies. In September 2020, Oracle and Walmart announced they would acquire stakes in a new U.S.-based entity called TikTok Global. However, the details and the structure of the deal were somewhat unclear, and it was subject to approval by the US and Chinese governments. However, TikTok challenged the Trump administration's executive order in court, arguing that it was unconstitutional and exceeded the president's authority.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options, but a lot of things are happening, so we'll see what happens. But we are looking at a lot of alternatives with respect to TikTok.
These legal challenges resulted in delays in the implementation of the ban. The Biden administration took office in January 2021 and inherited the TikTok situation. They continued to review the national security implications of the app and the potential risks it posed. The situation remained uncertain, with ongoing negotiations between TikTok, ByteDance, Oracle, Walmart, and the U.S. government. The exact outcome, whether it be a ban, sale, or some other resolution, was still unclear though. The U.S. House of Representatives has passed a bill that states that TikTok would be banned in the U.S. unless its Chinese parent company sells the social media platform operations to a U.S. company. This move is in an effort to control American users' data usage and tracking, so it wouldn't be under the surveillance of Chinese entities. However, TikTok has responded with a backlash to this bill, prompting users to take a stand against this ban. TikTok sent push notifications to its American users reading, "Stop a TikTok shutdown. Congress is planning a total ban on TikTok. Speak up now before your government strips 170 million Americans of their constitutional rights to free expression. This will damage millions of businesses, destroy the livelihoods of countless creators across the country, and deny artists an audience. Let Congress know what TikTok means to you and tell them to vote no."
So why in the hell would we want and allow the Chinese Communist Party to have access to our private data?
Keep TikTok! Keep TikTok! Keep TikTok!
Of course, that's a bit of an underhanded move, since the US isn't necessarily looking to ban TikTok, and TikTok can technically continue operating if they sell to an American company. However, TikTok is painting it under the light of an evil government trying to strip away the rights of its people to free speech and expression. Naturally, people started developing a negative response, enraged and scared that they wouldn't be able to express themselves freely, and filled with the belief that the government is hypocritical. After all, how can you say that you're a free country and then ban a platform that facilitates just that? Lawmakers started receiving calls from angry users in a backlash against Capitol Hall. People from all ages, teenagers to elderly, are calling representatives to complain, saying that TikTok asked them to do so. Neil Dunn, a Florida congressman, got calls from over 900 TikTokers, plenty of which were children in the age of schooling. However, they also received plenty of aggressive and threatening calls, specifically from adult women. It does seem natural that the average user who is on TikTok to have some fun, watch short-lived videos on their favorite passions like fashion, cooking, astrology, makeup, clever hacks, and tips and tricks, wouldn't be too concerned with international politics. All they care about is that they can freely continue to pursue these passions through a platform that has helped them time and again to improve their lives.
All of our social media platforms need to be treated equally and need to be treated the same way. And to single out TikTok in this way, we believe is dangerous and certainly against freedom of expression.
However, the politics of the situation make all the difference. And if people can understand the threat of their data being under the surveillance and control of another government, they'd have an entirely different take. That rings even more true when you consider the major political conflicts the two governments have, and that TikTok is especially keen on the American consumer, thinking their government is oppressing them by trying to keep their data under American eyes exclusively. It's quite hard to determine the best course of action, especially when you consider that even lawmakers are divided. Some think that this bill means a breach of the Constitution's First Amendment, according to which Americans have the right to view information. However, the opposition thinks that the bill doesn't stand as an act of active censorship, but more as a safeguard to the citizens, with a firewall against adversary-controlled applications. In other words, TikTok, which is controlled by the Chinese government. This has fueled another debate. If we're going to impose some sort of data control, why stick to TikTok only? In fact, all social media platforms should be controlled in a way that keeps the data of citizens safe and protects them from being exploited or manipulated by external sources. The debate is fierce and very fundamental to the way forward. It concerns not only TikTok, but all social media platforms. It also concerns constitutional rights, or lack thereof, if the consumer is going to be monitored and controlled. Does keeping data safe justify losing a degree of freedom? Should the safety of the consumer be left entirely to their awareness of data sharing policies? That's a tricky thought, since most of us just press agree to terms and conditions without actually looking into it. When was the last time you read the entire terms and conditions document for any app you use? That's why the debate is hot, and a lot of philosophical discussions are being sparked on the topics of freedom, safety, and how they are affected by technology and technological advancements. And there you have it, folks. As we wrap up today's discussion on the monumental debate within Congress over the proposed TikTok ban bill of 2024, it's clear that the implications stretch far beyond just another app disappearing from our digital lives. This conversation has ignited a broader dialogue on data privacy, national security, and the balance between regulation and freedom in the digital age. It's a pivotal moment that could very well redefine the landscape of social media and international tech relations in the years to come. As this story continues to unfold, it's crucial for us to stay informed and engaged. Whether you're for or against the ban, the potential outcomes of this decision will affect all of us, from the content creators who've built their livelihoods on the platform to the casual users who scroll for entertainment. It's more important than ever to critically assess the information we receive and the potential ripple effects our digital footprint can have on the world at large. So, what do you think? Should Congress push forward with the TikTok ban, or are there better ways to address these concerns? Drop your thoughts, opinions, and any additional insights in the comments below. Your voice is a vital part of this ongoing conversation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this story and all things tech. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep the discussion going.